51, 52, 53.
What is it? To eat a meal? He's not having food with his sister, you know? They are funny. I love them.
Alright, I'll get the point, fuckholes. Fuck you both already. A couple more years of this, you'll be ready for a radio car. Do this like grown-ups.
Okay, so asking him.
What the hell are we talking about? The bodies and the vacants. You shut that down? Jesus Christ. What, 22 murders doesn't rate?
Not anymore.
3 weeks with some good FBI cameras and wires, maybe half dozen agents. Like we told you boys when the case broke. We aren't much into ghetto drug shit anymore. 2 or 3 weeks, you guys end up with a big headline. You federal fucks like headlines. I'll run up the flagpole. You drive away now. It's okay with you two suckholes.
You like them. I love them.
I got a kid in a wheelchair outside the stadium wanting to go to the game, but unable because he didn't have the money for a scout ticket.
Sounds pretty good. You got art?
I tried, but pros said they were too buckled.
You gotta have a picture of the kid if he's your lead. Can we send him out now?
I guess. They probably rolled out, we could try.
Shit. Well, what's with his parents? Why wasn't he in school?
Run in the city. He just got.
So what about his parents?
Both dead, no shit. He lives with his aunt in West Baltimore. About a straight gunshot, it was all pretty vague.
You got a date when that happened?
Nah, he's a little hinky, but tell me much.
You're lying.
We go with his nickname.
You know, for some seconds I was like, okay, maybe we didn't see that moment. He's lying.
Hey, Jane, come here, man.
He's lying.
Check clips for the last 3 years. See if we got anything on a kid in the city wounded by a stray bullet.
To lie on a paper, that's the worst. If you want to invent stories, you're an author, you're not a journalist.
And it's your people up in my shit. Not no feds, not no safe people from Annapolis. It's motherfuckers from my own city.
My hands
Yes!
I'm out there doing the Lord's work, but you, Irv, you know it. Who got that pay raise through the council?
I would never not love your voice.
But you don't control it, who does?
On this, I got.
And when you're talking like that,
I can't. Nobody could.
it sounds like a doll.
Sat there for half an hour with him and his deputy. He knows what he's saying no to.
Well, then how the
It's
fuck?
personal, Jimmy. Somebody at City Hall really pissed off the U.S. Attorney. You can tell Lester we're still trying to figure out what the problem is, but right now, we forget about shopping this case anywhere. Bishop Dr. Warlife couldn't help you. Sorry, brother.
Thank you for trying.
The kid is nowhere to be found. I sent photos down there to try to dig him up.
Because it doesn't exist.
So we got a poor black kid in a wheelchair with no ticket. He rolls himself from somewhere in West Baltimore to the shadow of the mighty brick-faced Coliseum. We're going to give good play to a 13-year-old known only as EJ who declines to give his name because he skipped school. I mean, I'm not saying that this kid isn't everything you say he is, but Scott,
I'm saying it.
as an editor, I need a little more to go on if I'm going to fly this thing.
I resent the implication.
I'm on your side. But the standard for us has to be...
Scott, just finished your story. Good read. I'm putting it out front.
Thanks.
Is he your
Sure everyone shares your
son-in-law or something like that for you to suck his balls that much?
How we doing, Junebug, anyway?
Heard he call my little dicks up, talk shit like that.
Just that?
You ain't sure?
People say he said it.
So it's just a rumor.
Said it or not, people think he said it.
So, if Marlo knows he ain't sucked dick, then what the fuck he care what Junebug say? What anybody say?
What people think he cares
Why
about
this boy
that.
gotta get dead just for talking shit?
Cause he got a big motherfucking mouth, that's why. And you need to stop running your own mouth, young.
You give him a side, meet me out front, Michael, we go around the alley. Body come busting out the back, you drop that shit.
Good job!
Going throwing up.
You know, the fact that she noticed it, they cut that.
How was that, brunette?
Must have been a decent ride. Going home. Same shirt as yesterday, Jim.
You're covering him. That's a kid! That's just a kid! Let him go! I hope that they're not gonna be mad at him because he let that kid go. Okay, so you did your part of the job for Avon. He's doing his part of the job.
In my country, this is not prison. This is nothing. I don't need money. I don't need fucking canteen.
But still, you accepted the meeting, meaning that you want to know what he wants.
Hey, Vaughn over there. You think you might be able to help get a message to the Greeks? The Vondas. I ain't saying that you don't need more money. The Vondas might be happy to have it. If you don't want to see me, you won't. But if you do, it's you that need to have it.
Hmm. So West Side sign like.
Something raises running late. Can you fill in the speaker? Stop and share, Bubbs.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm not feeling so good today, you know?
As your sponsor, I'm telling you, you gotta step up for something.
Listen to him.
Another drunk fella been holding me off post. 10-7 when I arrived.
Call for a crime lab?
The wait's 2 to 3 hours.
What is it?
Get yourself a coffee. Need paperwork back on the street. We got it from here.
What is it, Jimmy?
Well, this guy going anywhere. I forgot something in the car.
Is he gonna try to disguise that murder into something? Like, you know, he just learns that you can do it on a fresh body and all? Jimmy! Just to drink? I'm so proud of you, but I know that it's just to occupy his mind, you know, to not think about Sherrod, to not dealing with his issues. I know, but still, it's by doing something right, you know, not by taking drugs.
Hey,
Jimmy,
a little early for that, ain't it?
Bunk, you're not gonna accept it, right?
What the fuck are you doing?
Just watch the door, Bob.
Oh, come on, Jimmy.
Like he was killed. You want to make it like he was killed? Why? I know why and I hate why. Tell me, you're not doing what I think you're doing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you sick fuck. Oh.
Bang! You're letting him do it.
There's a serial killer in Baltimore. He preys on the weakest among us. He needs to be caught.
I'm gone. I don't want a part of this.
You don't want to be a part of this, but you're not gonna talk to your friend, help your friend right there, see that it's not okay. I'm so shocked that Jimmy could do that. I'm just so shocked that Jimmy just did that. We saw him being so low, you know, into his life. We saw him almost killing himself on purpose. We saw him being so drunk, you know, so bad and all. But I think that it's the worst thing that you did in your entire life, Jimmy. I can't believe that he did that. You know, even when he was that drunk, you know, into that bad situation and all, even when he was into that condition and all, I was respecting him still because of his values, you know, because, you know, he valued his job that much, you know, to make it right. He was insulting people, you know, he was bad with people who were stopping him, blocking him to make his job right. So even if he was into a bad situation, I was respecting him. Right there, you lost my entire respect with that action. And I think that you're into the worst position, condition, state of mind ever. That's the worst thing into your life. And I think also, like, not only because of what I think of him, but also for himself, because really the fact that he loves his job and he respects that job, you know, to make it right so much, the fact that he can do that, it shows how bad he is right now, you know, the fact that he lost it. And I'm not gonna put that on the alcohol, you know, that he just drunk. I'm not gonna put that on the alcoholic situation right there. No. We know Jimmy, we know that right there he was himself, you know, like enough to make that on purpose, you know, consciently and stuff like that. No. That's the worst ever, what you just did. To transform that death, you know, into a crime scene, to make people think that there is someone murdering people like that, it's so bad. And you know, while he was doing it, I was like, maybe he's doing it for reopening Marlowe's case, you know, maybe he wants to put that on Marlowe. But now it's not even that. You want to make people think that there is a murder, you know, going on into the streets. And what? It's gonna help you with what? To have the Fed's attention with that? But it's not gonna help the Marlowe's case, you know, at the end. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the purpose to have more money for the cops. No, it's not gonna work. Like, it's the worst thing that he did since I began this show, really. With him, you know, with McNulty. I'm blaming Bunk, you know, during the moment because he's really like, no, I don't want to have anything to do with it. But Bunk, it would be so easy to stop your friend right there. Like, he's that drunk and all, he's that weak. You can take him, you can stop him, you can really block him right there. He's not blocking him, and I'm pretty sure that he's not gonna say anything about what McNulty just did. So I'm blaming Bunk, you know, also for that. And during this episode, we had also that newspaper guy, you know, faking that story. That's something really bad, you know. First, you know, to go on a place with an idea on mind about what you're gonna write, like right there, he wants to make that cover paper thinking, I want that story. He didn't have that story and we saw it, he was so mad about it, you know, disappointed about it. To make a color paper, again, it's about, you know, making a paper about the mood around or just to take someone, to make the portrait of someone and stuff like that, something which can be interesting. But you can't go to a place having an idea on mind about what you're gonna find. No, it's not possible. So when he came back with that story, I was like, maybe it happened and we didn't see it. But the more he was talking about it and the more I was like, okay, he invented that story for sure. And that's so bad, you know, as bad as what McNulty did. When you love your job, when you value your job, you're not doing that. You're not faking a story around it as a cop, but also as someone, you know, working for a newspaper. That's so bad to fake a story like that. And in both cases, you know, it can be so easily confronted to the truth, you know, and you can see that it's wrong. It's making me so mad because not only it's fake, so not only you're lying to people about it, but also because of that, people are not valuing your job anymore, and it just shows that some journalists and some cops are not valuing their jobs, and you know, because of that, the credibility of these jobs is not going well, and it's making me so mad. On another hand, good hand, we have Bubbs who is doing great. And I know like he's not doing that great because in fact he's just trying to occupy his mind to not think about Sherrod. He's refusing to talk about him, and as long as he's not gonna talk about it, he's not gonna deal with this issue, that's gonna be bad for him because he's never gonna be really great into his mind. I know that. But at least he's resisting to the temptation of going back to drugs. At least he's occupying his mind with something great, you know, not with drugs, but with doing good stuff for people. So I love that, I love him, I'm proud of him, and one day he's gonna be ready. It's not today, that's fine. At least he's not going back with drugs, and he's doing his best, and I love that for him. On another good hand, we had Michael, who was just supposed to be a blind soldier to just kill people, and he didn't do it, he didn't kill that kid. I hope that they're not gonna discover it, or I hope that they're not gonna take it against him. But I love the fact that he was asking questions about why are we killing that guy, and we're really gonna kill him just because of rumors. Yes, it's like that with Marlo, it's like that. Maybe it can promise a little change for Michael at some point. I would love that. Even if it's gonna be really dangerous for Michael, I would love that. We're gonna have Omar back because Marlo wants to have him back, meaning to go after him. No matter what, it means that Omar is gonna be back into the show, and I'm really glad. We had Avon back. I would have never guessed that. Not at all to have him back. We had him back because Marlo wanted to talk with Sergei, but first he had to help Avon. Right there he talked with Sergei because he wants a direct connection with the Greeks. Okay, Marlo, I see where you want to go with that, but can you really, like, the Greeks are working with Proposition Joe since so long, why they would work with Marlo just like that? And Proposition Joe is good because he has ears and eyes everywhere, and he knows that Marlo is on something. So do you truly think that Proposition Joe is not gonna know that you're doing that, Marlo? I don't know if Marlo can truly succeed with that plan. We'll see. That's a good season, you know, how they set the mood, the stories and all of that, you know, for this season, for the characters. That's pretty cool, and I know that I'm gonna be interested by it, I know that I'm gonna appreciate it and all. But you know, after the last season that I loved so much, with the political aspect, with the school aspect, with following these 4 kids during that moment of their lives, you know, when they're choosing a side and all, that was so great and all, and it made me love the season 4 even more than the season 2 that I loved so much. So I don't know if this season 5 can, you know, win against them. And for sure it's a little rough for this season 5 to have me more than how much the season 4 had me. But I'm still interested a lot to see how the situation can evolve for the cops who have no money at all, and we can see all of the issues that it can bring with it. All of the situation with having Davis also, and having Marlo without having any money. I'm interested by that. I'm interested by all of the situation with the newsroom. I think that you understood that it's even more talking to me because of the fact that I'm a former journalist. So because of that, I want to see how they're gonna create a story around that. They can use it for the big story, meaning for our cops, our group, or the Marlo's team situation. Like at some point these narrative arcs, they need to cross, and I'm wondering how and when it's gonna be. For sure, Marlo, all of that, I want to see how they can have him. maybe I'm missing just a little thing, you know, to really appreciate the stories of this season. I love all of these characters, so I'm gonna love to follow them during this season, which is the final season even more. But really the stories themselves, the things that they want to tell me during this season, I mean the writers, the messages, the subjects explored during this season, that I need a little more to really be like, okay, you had me, I'm interested by it, I'm fully into it. For now it's not the case. I'm waiting to have, I don't know, something maybe which is gonna connect everything, or something which is gonna make me like, okay, that's really interesting, that's a subject that I really want to go further with it, like, we'll see. For me, really, the first episode we had a big parallel between Bubbs and McNulty situation, and right there it was a parallel between McNulty and that newspaper guy. This show is good also at making parallels between people, between situations. I'm still so shocked that McNulty can do that, and really lost all of my respect with doing that. Being drunk, being unfaithful, that was already a disappointment, you know, to have him back doing that during this season, but we already saw that. But like I said, at least during the first seasons when he was like that, I was like, you love your job, you're doing it so right, I love you for that, I respect you for that. The fact that he's not even doing that anymore, and then he can not value his job himself that much, for me it really shows that he is at his worst point ever, and I cannot respect him anymore. We'll see how it's gonna be for the next episodes, but for now... Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.